Welcome to the third and final video in the series. In the last video, I talked about some exercises that you could do to feel stronger in your core and to have more energy. In this video, I'd like to talk about creating some new, healthier habits so that you can also have more energy to do the things that you love to do. The first habit that I want to talk about is sitting on the floor, which is what I'm doing right now. I sit on the floor as much as possible. And you can start gradually with this. Start by just clearing a lovely little spot in your living room or in front of your TV if you watch TV at night. That way you're doing something good for yourself while you're not taking time away from anything else. Also, if you have pets or kids, get down on the floor with them and play with them there and roughhouse with them there. You'll be getting exercise without even realizing it. The next healthy habit I want to talk to you about is drinking more water. And I know you're probably thinking, Yolanda, I know I'm supposed to drink more water, but I don't really like the taste of it, or I don't feel thirsty, or I always forget. Those are the things that I hear from my clients. Well, you can start gradually with this too. And just so you know, our bodies want to be between 55 and 65% water. And that depends on your gender and your age. Babies are over 70% water. So you see, our bodies are mostly water, and they're recycling the water, filtering out the bad stuff, filtering out all of the toxins and the metabolic waste. So why wouldn't you want to encourage your body and help your body by giving it fresh water so that it can do its job more properly? You'll have more energy too. The next thing I want to talk about is eating well. And really what I want to focus on is just more and more eliminating sugar from your diet and processed foods. So one of the things that I ask myself before I'm about to eat something is this really good for me? And how will I feel an hour after I eat this? And if the answer to that question is, well, it's not that great for me, then the next thing I ask myself is, well, is it so delicious that I would regret not eating it more than I would regret eating it? And if the answer to that is yes, then I will go for it. I will indulge in that piece of cake or that cookie or whatever it is, because I definitely don't feel like restricting myself. And I don't believe in restriction either. I don't believe in diets per se, because I feel like then that just gives you a feeling of deprivation, and that's really unproductive. The next thing I want to talk about is moving your body more throughout the day. Like the exercises that I mentioned before are good, but even incorporating movement, like while you're sitting at your desk, like rolling around your shoulders, or taking stairs where you could take an elevator or an escalator. A little bit of exercise each day helps your body be tired at night and helps you sleep better, which is the last thing that I want to talk about, sleeping better. I recently read Arianna Huffington's book called The Sleep Revolution, and it was so inspiring to me that I created some healthy habits of my own before bedtime now. One of the things that I do before bedtime, about an hour before I'm going to go to bed, is I start to just dim the lights a little bit, and I turn off my technology, or I put it on airplane mode. And that helps my body and my eyes and my hormones start to adjust for the rest ahead. The other thing I do is have a cup of chamomile tea, and that sounds really old-fashioned, but chamomile tea is really quite soothing and does help me sleep through the night. You should give it a shot. And then the other thing I do around that is I've created a little audio tape of myself, just reading right out of Arianna's book. There's a guided meditation to help you get to sleep and to help you stay asleep. It's about an 8-minute audio, and if you're at all interested in that MP3, I'd be happy to send it to you. Just let me know. So I know some of this advice might be stuff that you've heard before, and yet somehow you haven't fully succeeded in incorporating it into your life, or haven't really created the healthy habits around it. And if you haven't, there's probably something missing, a piece missing, like a piece of information missing, or something that you still need to do to get to the other side. Or you haven't made your wellness a priority yet. I'd like to encourage you to make your wellness a priority. If you really want to feel better, then open up to the possibility that there's another way of looking at things, and manage your thoughts around it so that you can overcome some of these obstacles and actually feel better in your body and have more energy. It's important on so many levels, and you don't have to make all the changes overnight. You can find ways to make the changes gradually so that you form one healthy habit, say drinking a pint of warm water first thing in the morning like I do. And then you start feeling better, and you start incorporating other healthier habits into your life too. And then you've got this positive feedback loop going. And then you're not as tired because you're not so dehydrated. And you have more energy, and you can be more creative at work. You see, you're starting a virtuous cycle of these positive, healthy habits that make you feel better and better all the time. It's really exciting. I'm in the process of creating a webinar about all of this information, and I'd love to see you there. So stay tuned for an email about that. And thank you so much for tuning into these videos. I hope to talk to you again soon.